My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. And to read all my writing, go to counterpropa.com. To support this YouTube channel, go to my Patreon link below. The ongoing battle between Trump and Morning Joe is not only amusing, it says everything you need to know about politics in America. The Democratic Party not only cheated its most progressive candidate and lost $1.2 billion with Clinton, they essentially have an entire media, CNN, MSNBC, New York Times, Washington Post, Atlantic, all of them, on one side of the political divide, not even pretending to be objective, not even pretending. There's a difference between saying the travel ban is wrong for these reasons, and then saying, well, Trump is not well and he's crazy, and every other accusation leveled against Trump. They did that same thing and they lost. And they're continuing it by overreacting to these ridiculous feuds. Trump denies threatening Morning Joe host with National Enquirer story. President Trump on Friday accused MSNBC's Morning Joe of being fake news, disputing the host's claims that he threatened bad publicity against them. Why would Trump use the National... Who cares what the National Enquirer writes, and who cares what Morning Joe says? And so the whole thing is just kind of ridiculous, but it actually works in Trump's favor. That's what people don't understand. Watched low-rated Morning Joe for the first time in a long time. Fake news. He called me to stop a National Enquirer article. I said no. Bad show. So here's my take on this. Morning Joe co-host Joe Scarborough and Mika on Friday said members of the administration threatened bad publicity against them if they refused to apologize to Trump for their coverage. That's ridiculous. Why would they care? Why would, even if they did threaten bad publicity through the National Enquirer, who cares? It's ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous. But what the media doesn't understand is that you're not hurting Trump, you're helping Trump. He's actually controlling the narrative. So we learned yesterday from the retraction that there were never 17 intelligence agencies that all believed Russia hacked the DNC. It was only 4, and they varied in level of confidence. None were certain. Now we have really, really big issues that we're not talking about as a nation. We're talking about a travel ban, but we're not talking about a ban on regime change or entering civil wars, which is what we should be talking about, which is why the Democratic Party will continue to lose. It doesn't really stand for any grandiose principles. This year, a top White House staff member warned the National Enquirer was planning to publish a negative article about us unless we begged the president to have the story spiked. Why? This is the op-ed that they wrote. The president is not well, by the way. That's the Washington Post headline. Donald Trump is not well. This is the type of thing that's leveled against. And then people say, oh, the presidency. You're demeaning the stature of the presidency. Well, you're accusing him of being not well in an op-ed in the Washington Post simply because you have a dumb beef with him. It's just unbelievable. Who cares if the National Enquirer were to write something? I've had like 8 hit pieces written on me. I don't care. From essentially the National Enquirer, the Daily Beast, Wonket. These are all National Enquirer type. And then there's like lesser known, no name people who are like, so what do I care? It's just unbelievable. Scarborough quickly responded to Trump's tweet, calling it yet another lie. I have texts from your top aides and phone records. Also, those records show I haven't spoken with you in many months. Who cares? Give me your thoughts below. Brzezinski and Scarborough addressed the blackmail attempt during Friday's Morning Joe. This all helps Trump. So when you have people like, I think it was Donnie Deutsch and Morning Joe, like, this has to stop. This has to stop. It's not stopping because Trump wants it to continue. He is continually trolling everyone. And the media is so stupid. They don't realize that the media is actually Like in football, if you have a good defense and they score touchdowns, sometimes if you have such a good defense, it's like, okay, you have two offenses. When he's on the defense and the media is attacking him, he's like on offense. He's winning, he's scoring, even as he's getting attacked. And the media, they really think that they're shaping public opinion. But they're so corrupt and they're in such collusion with the Democratic Party that everything they do is counterproductive. The opposite takes place. This dumb feud is an example. Give me your thoughts below. He was outspent 2-1 and he wasn't even president and won. What do you think is going to happen in 2020 with a less than inspiring corporate Democratic hack? Give me your thoughts below. Thank you so much for listening.